excited or what? I'm off down to Abakhans in Mostyn today, and yesterday I said I was doing a challenge. Well, I'm trying to keep myself on track. I've made this Shop 9 Abakhans grid. It's like a mini bingo card. So I've got jeans buttons, microtex needles, jersey needles, gabardine fabric, that's for my trench coat if I can see some wool fabric, that is for my itch to stitch jacket that I want to make, some needle cord, love good needle cords in the winter. I need some inner foam for bag making, some chambray fabric if they've got any nice chambray because I haven't got any in my stash, and plain ponte fabric because I want to toile the itch to stitch tustin dress for the autumn and winter. So 9 things on my list. Let's see later how many I get. So I'm going to give myself 2 points for everything that I get on here, and then everything that I get that isn't on this list I'm going to take a point off. So we'll see what the scores on the doors are when I get back. I am going to try and record, fingers crossed, so you'll get a flavour of what we get up to when we're there. I'm meeting 6 other ladies and I cannot wait. So an hour and a half journey, I better get cracking. See you when we get there. Well, what a day. I've been at Abakhans all day, just got back, it's 5 o'clock. So yeah, we were in all the traffic coming back, which wasn't great, but hey, we're here now. I got some great things. So how did I do with my bingo card? Now, little caveat here, because Abakhans has changed since the last time I went. It's downsized a lot more than I thought it had. So just to put it in context, if you've been before, the wool barn isn't there anymore. That's now some private pottery, home furnishing company. So if you're into home furnishings, great. If you're not, something else you can't look round. Then in the main bit, an image will be coming up here of the ground floor. A little bit of vlogging that I did. So the ground floor, the part that had the crafts in and the quilting cotton in isn't there anymore. That's been divided off. One half of it has got all your interfacings and wadding and stuff like that in, and the other half looked like they were having private sewing sessions in there. So whether they're trying to do socials and more sewing tutor led things in there, I don't know, but that was that. So then the other part of the ground floor that used to be all the curtain fabric has now got curtain fabric and all your dressmaking fabrics. So everything that's in the baskets that's weighed and fabrics by the metre are all just in that part, and that's it. I mean, there's still a lot, but it's about half of what it was, if I'm honest. That used to be upstairs. So upstairs now is the quilting cotton, the craft section, haberdashery and wool, all crammed into that bit at the top. So yes, I'm disappointed because I loved it the way it was, but I get, you know, times change. It was still worth the journey. So how did I do with my little bingo card? I had 9 things that I put on here that I had to try and stick to. So the first one was jeans. So let me grab everything and then we can see how I did. So the first thing on my list was jeans buttons. Got the hemline silver jeans buttons, gonna see how I get on with those. So that one's a tick. So that's 1 on my bingo card. Then I had microtex needles, jersey needles. I got both of those, but I also got some more embroidery needles, which I needed. So I'm all right with that one. I know I got the embroidery needles, but it's just because I forgot to put them on my list. So that's 3 things, 3 out of 3. Next up was some gabardine fabric. I was hoping to find some cheaper end gabardine fabric to do a toile of my trench coat. I'll pop an image of it up here. It's the Itch to Stitch trench coat, so it's got cup sizes, but there wasn't anything suitable, so didn't get that. Wool fabric. I picked some wool fabric up, and this was with the idea of making a toile again of the Itch to Stitch shimlet jacket, image there. Picked some wool up and then changed my mind and put it back, so I didn't get any wool. So that's 2 that I didn't get. Next on my list was needle cord fabric. Got needle cord. I got a lot of needle cord. Look at that colour, it's like a goldy green. Oh, perfect for the autumn. So there's about 3 meters of this. So I had a brainwave of using the needle cord to do the toile, very wearable toile, of the shimler jacket. So that's what that's going to be. And because there's 3 meters of it, I'm going to make either a pair of trousers or a skirt to go with it. I'll look a Bobby Dazzler, won't I? So the next thing on the list was bag making in a foam. I meant the thin foam that you use. There's the By Annie, I think, that call it in a foam. I'm not sure. They didn't have any. So it wasn't that I just didn't get it. Abakhans didn't stock it. So couldn't get that. That's Abakhans' fault, not mine. Next one was some nice chambray fabric, whether it was patterned or plain, I wasn't bothered. Again, they didn't have any at all that I could see. So couldn't get that, could I? And then the last thing on my list was some plain ponte fabrics. They had plain ponte fabrics, but they were all in really sludgy colours that I would not wear and did not suit me. Now I wanted to do a toile of the Itch to Stitch Mostyn dress. It's a tie front dress, little image will be there. I haven't got any, so that's all right. I know when I go to Festival of Quilts, Roy's has loads of ponte, so I wasn't desperate about that. I just thought I could get some cheap as chips stuff. Yes, I could, in a colour that I don't like and won't wear, so it was a waste of time. So that is 4 items bought, 5 items not bought. But I could have got the plain wool and I could have got the ponte in a sludgy colour. So if we say those 2, I could have got the gabardine, the bag making in a form, and the chambray fabric. I couldn't get because they didn't flipping well have any. So I had to buy some other stuff, didn't I? Of course. What else did I get? Well, remember yesterday when I showed you my tour of my little sewing space, and I said that on my list of things to do for that space, now I've moved my fabric so that it's actually facing the window and the sun, not good for fabric. I wanted to create a little curtain to go across, well, a long curtain to pull across my fabrics, make it look tidy, keep the sun off it. I got some bargain quilting cotton fabric, and here it is. So what do we think of this beaut? It's sewing themed. It's got scissors, rulers, rotary cutters, oh, they're 2 unpickers, all on this beautiful blue background. Now this fabric should have been £17 a metre. I know. And I reckoned that I needed probably about 4 metres to be on the safe side. not going to happen ever. But this had 70% off. I know. Which brought it down to about £5 a metre. So they only had 3.2 metres of it. So just over £15 for this to make a curtain. And one of my little ladies who was with me, Diane, came up with a brilliant idea, because I said it's great but there isn't enough. I'm sure there isn't. So what's the point? And she said, why don't you put a wide band at the top and a wide band at the bottom in a plain contrasting fabric. So I also, out of the bins, sorry about that, the bag's just dropped, out of the bins, I got that. What do we think? So the top of the curtain is going to be in pink, quite a deep band, and then the same at the bottom with the fancy in between. So that's a little project, won't take long, and it'll make my sewing space look so much tidier. So I got those two. So I reckon that curtain's cost me probably about £20 by the time I'm done. But you know, worth it for me. So I was going to say that's all the fabric I bought, but I'd be lying. There's one more thing. In the sale, that's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it, and I could not resist this. I'll pop a picture of me up here, because I asked the girls take a photo and then I can see what it looks like on me, and then I'll decide. I loved it, and it's this. Oh. For the autumn and winter. Now there's two options for this. I did think that I would make a blouse to go with my corduroy, so that whether it's a skirt or a pair of trousers, I've got the blouse that will go with it, then the jacket, and use it for the lining for the jacket. Again, this had 70% off, so it worked out about £3 a metre, and it's beautiful cotton, soft. It's cotton. They say it's cotton poplin, but it's a lightweight cotton poplin. There's no way that's a heavyweight. I'd put it more like a lawn, really. But look at that. Don't they go well together? Oh, I'm chuffed to bits with that. So, one naughty piece of fabric. Well, three if you count my curtain. But everything that I've bought has been bought with purpose. So, there's a few other bits as well though that I need to confess to. Now, you all know that I love a good bit of jewellery. And in the gift shop, oh, they have some amazing necklaces and earrings sets, and I was just, which one do I get? Which one do I get? So I decided to do a Christine favourite and go big or go home. And this is the necklace that I bought. How amazing is that? So I've got myself a beautiful necklace, very summery, and some cute little matching earrings. Now this necklace could have cost a fortune. It was actually, let me look, £26.99. I think that's more than well worth it. And those earrings, £6.75. £6.75 for a pair of earrings. Love that set. Chuffed to bits. So there we go. All fessed up. Shopping day at Abakhans done. Did I enjoy it? Yes. Will I go back? Yes. But I preferred it the way it was. Unfortunately, there's not as much fabric on the roll now, and I think there's just as many in the bins. I'm not really sure how it worked. There weren't as many bins either, I don't think. It's just been scaled down, and a little bit disappointed if I'm honest. But it stopped me buying too many fabrics, didn't it? So I bought 4 pieces of fabric. 2 of them were quilting fabrics for my curtain. One of them is the needle cord, which was on my list, and it's going to be a jacket and a pair of pants or a skirt. So I've got a complete outfit out of needle cord for £20. Happy with that. The 4th one, I suppose I could have done without, but £3.25 I think a metre for that beautiful cotton fabric, and it goes with the needle cord. I don't care. I'm glad I got it. Now, I've got another option for that for this cotton fabric, because it can be a blouse to go with the needle cord or set, but I have got other blouses that will go. Can you hear that car horn going? Sorry, to be honest. So I did think when I first saw it that it would make an amazing late summer, early autumn dress because of the colours, and it's quite lightweight. And I thought about the Otis dress that I've been lusting after from So Different, and because it's only just over £3 a metre, I know for this, it's going to cost me less than £10 to make it. It's a wearable toile. If I can get it done before Festival of Quilts, then I can then decide, yes, I like it, no, I don't. And if I do like it, I can look for some proper, more winter weight fabric to make the Otis dress up in. So I'm thinking it might actually be that. Let me know which one you do. So that's another day done. We're on day 15, so we're halfway through May. My brain's addled, I've been driving. We're halfway through July, only another 15 more days of vlogging to go. I'm really enjoying doing these daily vlogs. I hope you are too. If there's anything in particular that you'd like me to cover in July, let me know and I'll try and fit it in. So what are we doing tomorrow? It's going to be a sewing day. I'm going to get the Amelia jacket finished. Yes, I keep saying that, but I definitely am. I actually did finish the Serrata dress. I finished it off late last night. That's completely done now. Happy with that, love it to bits. But I'll do some proper reveal photos and talk about it in a lot more detail at the end of July, because at the end of July we're going to have a look at them all together and see what I did in July. So as I said, I hope you're enjoying my daily vlogs, and let me know if there's anything you want me to cover in July. If you're not subscribed and you've found me because I'm vlogging every day, I normally only do vlogs on a Monday and a Thursday, so come August everything will go back to normal again, but please subscribe if you want to see my vlogs, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Bye.